Effects and Pedals Arena Corner.
Hey guys, what's up? Billy Cardigan here with Effects and Pedals Arena Corner, and I'm here with Diet Sig at Union Transfer in Philly. They're a very cool band that makes music, rock music, and they use some gear and effects and stuff, and we're going to talk about the stuff that they used. Behind the keys, there's another shining shadows of you. Behind the keys. So let's get to the meat and potatoes here, which is about the pedals and effects that they use. So a lot of different rock musicians use many different pedals of different colors, such as white, yellow, red, green, black, blue, and other colors of pedals in different sizes. So what kind of guitar pedals do you work with when you play the music?
The big red one is a Fulltone Full Drive 2, I think, and it's an overdrive and a boost. And then the blue one is a diamond halo chorus, which kind of makes it
It makes the sound different than how it sounded before.
Yeah, it does. It makes it sound dreamy, like if you woke up in a meadow and you were walking through and fireflies were landing on you and you were like, wow, did I step on that pedal or am I in a dream world? And the green one kind of makes it sound like you're chewing on rocks, but in a good way. That's my clean tone. It's if you were chewing on small rocks.
Behind the gear.
I saw you guys were on the NPR Tiny Desk concert.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So NPR is a very boring station where old people talk slowly, but it was...
I love NPR. They have good stories.
Yeah, I like it.
So were there fun, cool people there, or was it just boring NPR type people? The younger people, were they cool type, rock people, or were they more news kind of thing?
They were cool.
Because, when I hear the NPR, it just gives me a headache. But the NPR Tiny Desk is cool because they have rock people in there rocking out, making some loud vibes in the very boring NPR kind of space.
I think the space is less boring, but it's subjective, I think.
And the NPR office is in New York, which is a very cool big city, which you guys said that you lived in.
It's in D.C. It's not in New York.
Yeah.
Well, then why did I think it was there?
I don't know. Why did you?
Behind the gear.
You guys are a rock band, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So rock music is a pretty cool genre of music. I love rock music. My favorite bands are Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. Would you say that you guys are better or worse than them?
I don't think we compare.
I think it's apples to oranges.
Yeah.
I think I have better dance moves than them, but they're better at projecting shapes into the room. We have strengths and weaknesses, and I think...
Which of those bands projected the shapes?
doesn't Pink Floyd project triangles around?
Well, they had a triangle on the cover of their classic Dark Side of the Moon album, which had a lot of hit songs on it. Check that album out if you haven't heard it yet.
Behind the gear.
Yeah, it would be cool to check them out live if they were still alive, but they're dead, so...
Are they dead? They're dead?
Well, they're old if they're not dead.
I think some of them are still alive. I don't know. I don't keep track with them.
Behind the gear.
Well, they used to be a cool band, and it would be cool to see them live, see what kind of shapes they're working with, and also possibly check out what kind of pedals they're playing with.
Behind the gear.
So you're a drummist, so what kind of pedals are you working with?
I've got a kick pedal, and then there's a pedal on the hi-hat stand as well.
So it's not guitar pedals, it's just...
They're just metal pedals.
Right. So drums is an instrument that's really loud, and it hurts when they play. When people play the drums, it hurts your ears, so... it's necessary, but it's very loud.
Yeah. Yeah, I say so. It didn't really hurt me, but I guess I'm sorry if it hurts anyone else.
It's not you, it's just every drummer. And also guitar really hurts, too. When I have a little amp, but when I see a rock show, they have big amps, and it just always hurts me when I come see a show.
We have free earplugs at our merch table, so you're covered.
Behind the gear.
So what kind of amp do you use?
I use 3 amps.
Why would you need to use 3 amps? Because it's just one. If you want the sound louder, you just turn up the volume on the one, right?
It's less about the volume and more about having the range of tone. Usually, we're a 2-piece, so I have my amps with one's a lower tone, one's mids and one's highs. So you kind of get the full range of the sound, I guess. And so I have a Music Man 11250, and I have a two Basemans, one Baseman 50 with a 212 cab and one Baseman 100 with a 115 cab, and they're all chained together in a magical way that sounds like music.
I didn't really understand. I don't do the technical, but if you want from what I understood, if you want the different kind of sounds in there, you just plug in 3 different amps and then they all sound different, and then it sounds like other band members, right?
It doesn't sound like other band members. They all blend together to make one sound that's coming out of the guitar.
Well, why do these other bands waste so much money on all these other people when they could just have more amps instead of the people? And
Well, because the same sound is coming out of the amp. With more people, you have different people playing different stuff. So it's the 3 amps have the same music coming out. They just sound slightly different, but it's playing the same thing through all of them.
behind the gear.
But Diet Sig, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you so much for telling me about all the gear that you used to make the cool music that you made. And I wish you the best of luck rocking out tonight with all the different amps, pedals, kick pedals, and drums that you had.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you. See you then.
This has been a Shy Boys production.